AJ Allmendinger was winless going into Las Vegas and put it all on the line, rolled the dice, all the other superlatives that you want in Las Vegas. Nonetheless, he was in victory lane, celebrating his clinch into the NASCAR Championship 4. We sit down with the Dinger to go over all things in his life, from racing to his newborn child, to his wife Tara, and of course, Matt Kaulig and Chris Rice. Let's ride the inside lane with AJ Allmendinger.
We've done it a different way than the last time we did it, and even the 22 when we were trying to get to Phoenix. You know, to not have any wins, and last week was a fight just to make it to the round of 8. So to come here and win this race, it's hard to win these races, Xfinity Cup, and it's more than anything, it's knowing that I'm going to the Cup Series, and most likely that's probably where I'll end my career. I wanted to get these guys at least a win in the Xfinity Series this year, and more importantly, get them to the championship 4. It's a huge deal.
The team has been consistent. You guys have been showing out week in, week out. What about this 16 team makes you think we got a shot at winning that championship?
Just because the nature of this race team, the attitudes, the way we stick together. I mean, it's been a year that's been up and down for sure. You know, the way this championship format works. You just got to make it to the next round. We've done that. You know, what better time to go win your first race of the year than to go make the Final Four?
Yeah, lay it all down on the line. And I want to go back a few years ago, back when you first started this venture with Kaulig. You said you would not come back full-time racing unless you had one condition. You were having fun. Question simple. You're going full-time Cup racing next year? You still having fun?
Yeah, I mean, fun enough, right? No, it's you know, this is what I live to do, and I love, and I've said it many times, right? Like, I love Kaulig Racing, what Matt Kaulig and Chris Rice, all the men and women allow me to do. The belief, more importantly, that they put in me, that gives me a lot of confidence, even sometimes if I'm lacking confidence in myself. To run the Xfinity Series this year, to try to get the program back, I think the future of the program is bright now with Christian Eckes and Daniel Dye, Josh Williams, bringing the young guys in and hopefully go back to the Cup Series, and we can make that program strong and you know, really, you know, hopefully I do it for a few more years, but to try to leave the Cup program in a great spot so these young guys, we can build them up and have somewhere for them to go.
And I think maybe the most fun part this year for you has been seeing Aero at the racetrack, at home, social media. Everyone's eating him up. But how has your perspective on life, coming to the racetrack or just seeing life through his eyes, changed how you see everything that you're doing day to day now?
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like it's when they say, you know, when you have your first child and it kind of changes your perspective. I'm still fully into this. When it's not going well, I definitely struggle. I'm frustrated, but then you go home or you go back to the motorhome after a bad race, and he's sitting there just playing, and you pick him up and he's smiling, and it makes everything a lot better. So it's been just, it's crazy, right? Like you see him when we started the Daytona 500, like we were just carrying him around until now he's running down pit road already. He's growing fast, and it's truly amazing to be able to have him at the racetrack, and a blessing in life for me and Tara. So we've won already with him. He just was barely born at that point. I'd love to win with him at the racetrack and be able to have him in victory lane.
And one thing similar about Aero and Kaulig Racing, they both have plenty of personality to go around. You talk about all the young guns here at Kaulig Racing, of course, anything led by Chris Rice and Matt Kaulig is going to be a good time. Obviously, that's part of the reason why you're here at Kaulig is because of the way that they run things. Through your relationship with them the past couple of years, how has that grown? How has that kind of changed the way that you look at your job every weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'm probably more intense than I ever been. It's just, it's who I am. I care a lot. I feel like if we're not winning, I'm letting the team down. So it makes me super intense. I work hard at it. But that's what I've always loved about this organization, and it starts with, you know, truly with Matt and Chris, but I think you see it trickle down through everybody here. It's we stick together. There's never finger pointing. There's, you know, we can be hard on each other for sure, but we're always in it together, and you know, that's what I love about this team. And that's like a year this year where we've had our ups and downs. You know, it'd be easy to kind of start splitting at the seams and everything falling apart, but I think we just come together even more. And you know, off the racetrack, we have our fun, and then we show up to the racetrack, and it's time for business.
And I think the last piece of your life that I've yet to mention yet is your wife, Tara, a former Miss America contestant. Who would be the better Mr. American contestant between Matt Kaulig and Chris Rice, do you think?
Chris for sure. Like it's yeah, and you know he's not listening through the door, is he? I mean, I'll give him credit. The dude, he's got some moves. Like he can, so like the personality will shine to get up there and dance. Matt, I don't see doing any of that. So it's definitely Chris.